But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
She got harassed and laughed at. Right now we are going to look at Maena, who is a fan artist of many different ones. This time it's about Nijisanji, and she's talking about her situation that recently happened when she went to a convention. She had her table out. She had Nijisanji fan merch there because she's a Nijisanji fan, and she, had already created this merch before she even went to the show. Before a lot of this stuff happened, she had created her merch and she wanted to, sell it because she's a fan. There's nothing wrong with being a fan, but some of the haters nowadays don't really care. And here's her story. Hi, I've decided I want to share my experience of when I sold Nijisanji merch at a local con last weekend. I thought the current issue would only affect sales, understandably, but my friends and I also had to deal with rude or hurtful comments of people passing our booths. Now this is wrong. On all terms, this is wrong. You can hate the company all you want. Fan merch and artists are separate. They are not beholden to the company. They are not being paid by the company. They are not employees of the company. They're people who have a passion and want to create things. Do not harass them. Do not do what these people did. The first time it happened, I wasn't there since my friends and I decided to man the booth in shifts, and it wasn't my turn yet. I came back to see one of my friends angry on my behalf because some people who passed by our booth were loudly gossiping as soon as they saw my merch. From behind our booth, my friends saw those people point at my NGN fan merch stickers and loudly comment to them, saying things like, "These next quotes are translated. Doesn't that company have an issue right now?" And even mockingly say, "Why are they even selling that?" Now that's just wrong. You can be a fan, you can be a hater, you can be whatever. Do not go and do this, man. People are trying to make a living. These people spent a lot of time and effort and money to make this merch. They did it for a passion. Don't just, step on that passion. Don't do that. Another time it happened, I was managing the back of the table. Someone was interested in buying one of my stickers, so I was excited. But then I saw their companion immediately try to stop them from getting one while saying, "Didn't you hear about the thing?" One of my friends was in front of our booth to assist customers at that time, and I'm really grateful for how she supported me at that time. That friend isn't even part of the fandom, but that companion started questioning her about the current issue with Nijisanji and Anycolor. My friend simply explained that we're selling fan merch and not official merch, so none of the profits from our sales will be supporting the company. Instead, the profits would be supporting the fan artist who created the merch. The companion stopped talking at that, and the person they were with ended up buying the sticker they wanted. But it was still stressful to experience. To be excited at a potential customer, then witness someone else try to stop them from buying the fan merch you worked hard on. Yet another time it happened. I was in front of the booth to help assist customers. I walked towards two people who went to our table, but when I went beside them, I froze and couldn't start the usual sales talk because I realized they were laughing while pointing at my art. Why the heck are people like this? This is just me editorializing at this point. I don't get why people are like this, man. Don't be evil like this. Don't just be mean this way. I mean, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Don't laugh at people. Don't do this, man. You're doing it just to hurt someone else. This just isn't right. Well, I was right beside those two people in front of our booth. They laughed while gossiping about Niji and pointing at my fan merch. Then loudly said, "Nice joke," before walking away. At that point, I couldn't take it anymore and I had to leave our booth because I broke down. Imagine, because of what a large company is going through, you're hurting fan artists? People who are not even affiliated with them and are just doing things because of the passion they have for VTubing, the passion they have for their Oshi. That is just evil. I have had my gripes about Nijisanji. I have had my fair share of takes about Nijisanji. But one rule I always have is not to harass the people who enjoy them. Even when I made that video about the positive spam for Niji, I said of the people who enjoyed them, that is their right. That is something that they can and will enjoy and have the right to enjoy. Why? Because it's a fandom. If it did make a change in their life to be with that Oshi of a company who's not good, because it's not a good company, but their Oshi saved their life, or made their life much more enjoyable, that is something that I'm never, ever going to take away from them. For the first 10 seconds after that went down, I thought I was just really angry. But as soon as I told my friends at the back of the table what just happened, I broke down and couldn't stop crying. My friend accompanied me to an exhibitor lounge area until I could calm down. I was just so confused and upset because I understood that those people have grievances with Anycolor and how they handle the recent issues, but I can't understand why they would extend their anger to fan artists like me who create not to support the companies, but to share joy. Again, like I said before, they shouldn't do this. And while I do understand that their hateful words say more about their opinion on any color rather than my art, it was difficult not to feel completely bothered when something you worked so hard for gets disrespected in the process of them needing to express their hate in public. I wasn't the only one who was selling Niji fan merch in the convention, too. I worry that the rude people I mentioned behave the same way with them. Imagine how sweet they are to worry about other people, even when they were in their lowest moment. I didn't hear about any incidents in other booths, though, but I'd be happy if they didn't have the hurtful experience like I did. Okay, but why would you decide to make Nijisanji merch at the time like this? The short answer is, I didn't. I prepared my merch ahead of the con. It was already in production when Selen's termination notice dropped, and I just decided to sell it for the con I prepared it for. Exactly. A lot of these people have this merch from months back. It takes a while to make merch. It's not from one day to the next, or even a week. You have to pre-order this stuff months ahead of time. And a lot of times it takes months to prepare it, especially if it's in small batches, because they'll get to the big batches first and then get to yours later. The long answer is, this was the very first time I had the opportunity to sell fan merch at a convention. My friends and I registered as exhibitors last December, and I was really happy to be able to share my first experience merch fan boothing with them. Exactly. The first time. Holy crap, man. I didn't have any art prepared for the merch production at all, and I'm a slow artist with not a lot of free time. But it had around 2 months before the con. I thought I could at least complete one set of kind of merch for one fandom. I decided to make a chibi stickers of Etheria and Luxium members since Niji was one of my interests. I was able to start having the first batch of my stickers printed in late January, and then Selen's termination notice dropped less than 2 weeks before the convention. This was the tweet that I made promoting the fan merch I'll be selling for the event. I posted it in the evening, my time zone, 5 days before the event. The next morning, a message from Nijisanji stream went up on the Lyrics channel, and we all know what happened next. So this is them February 12th, saying all this stuff. It's very cute, extremely cute art. This is like really cute art. This person worked hard for this. I don't understand how evil people can be. Holy crap. My point in sharing this is hopefully to help all other Nijian fan merch artists that may have found themselves in situations such as me, especially on the ongoing issue escalates. On its own, it's a heads up on what they might sadly need to expect by selling fan merch now. But I hope this can become a post for awareness that can prevent those hurtful experiences from happening to Nijian fan merch artists in the first place. Please remember that us fan merch artists are not officially affiliated with the company you're angry with. Absolutely. And I'm going to reiterate that they're not. Again, please remember that merch takes time, and try not to immediately assume that an artist having Nijian fan merch in their catalog implies a certain stance. Please also remember that Nijian fan merch, simply by its nature, is fan merch, does not directly support any color. Please consider that some artists might not have the privilege to simply give away their Nijian merch or mark down their merch prices to a certain degree. Please also consider that you do not know what kind of financial circumstances any artist may be dealing with, which is true. Please be mindful about the things you say in regards to artists' hard work, especially when they're right in front of their table. You don't like their work or fandom, please don't ruin their booth or yours in the artist's day. Just move on and look for the merch you like. Lastly, just please let's let our best to be respectful to everyone as much as we can. A convention is supposed to be an event where we can come together and enjoy the shared interests, so let's keep it a happy experience for everyone. Now that's her end of the story, and again, I really feel bad that she even had to tell this story. And here are some responses that people had. I know how hard Maena works on their art. Someone I guess, also knows Maena specifically. And this particular set of fan merch is no different. It was really a bad time that things went wrong just when you have already prepared the merch beforehand. And it says below it, and people, just because you can't see the artist behind their booths doesn't mean they won't be able to hear. I'm sorry you had to go through this. Ducky, I kept quiet on policing Niji fandom must stop. No matter what you think of the situation, the harassment of fans or just enjoying their VTubers is unacceptable. Y'all say don't support the company. Fan merch doesn't give Niji profits. Make it make sense. Please don't ever do this at anyone's booth or any convention. It's not welcomed at all. Fan merch artists make merchandise out of compassion with our own expenses. It's hard for us to take a loss when the company or subject suddenly ends up bad. Please don't be mean. Read this and please remember that while people online can drop support of any company immediately, not everyone can. People produce merchandise months ahead of time. I've seen so many people who worked hard to produce something get sidelined by current state of things. Amor, the final one of the people responding to her. Guys, there are a couple of things you should remember speaking as an artist in Artist Alley. Buying fan merch does not give money to official companies. We order our merch 1 to 2 months ahead of time. Merch can easily cost 1K plus, which is not inconsequential to smart artists. Especially that. It's not inconsequential. Now let's look at what some people from Nijisanji responded. Specifically to her. Thank you, artists. I know that you're amazing and you should be proud of your work. You're so loved and appreciated. People who spread negativity have already made up their minds, so don't let a few bees define your worth and your skill. Keep doing what you love. Maria, thank you, artist. I'm always excited to see the fan art you draw, and I hope you will be able to draw what you want whenever you want as well. Anna, thank you to each and every single artist that exists on this planet. Venture person I've never watched, but Venture artists create what you want to create. Art is about expression, and I hope you'll continue to express the things you love and with others who love it. That's all that matters. Thank you for sharing your vision with the rest of us. Then we have Victoria said, I really appreciate it. To thank you, artists. Then we have other people. Reimu Endu, come here, artists. I just bought Nutella. I'll share a spoon of Nutella with you just in time. One time only. Ren Zoto says, artists, always create and have fun. Focus on the positivity and love around you that comes from what you made. And that's what you and everyone deserves. You are awesome. Support each other and create happiness. The rest is meaningless. That's very true. And if they did that as a PR stunt, if they did that as whatever, that is not up for us to decide. They're the ones who know. Of course, you can hate on Nijisanji, like I said, but do not, please do not do negative things towards the actual fan artists like her. They're spending tons of time, effort, and money to make this work for them. Please be kind to others. This is the Mad Salvi saying, please comment down below if you agree, disagree, think I should have added something more. Let me know. Also, all my links are in the description, including my Twitter, Twitch, my Discord, which is a nice comfy place. I want to keep it as a comfy place. You're very welcome to be in there. We have places for pretty much everything. So please join if you want to see that. Also, there's a video on your screen, or there should be soon, about things that you may want to watch. Thank you so much. This is the Matt Salvi. I will be seeing you guys later. Bye-bye!